Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, guys. Let's keep going with our analysis. Performance, as we could see, relatively slow, so we do not have some significant swings in recent couple of sessions. But in general, we're getting what we have discussed. So we said yesterday, since the overall situation remains tricky, it would be better before taking any long position currently here on EUR. So it will be better to wait for more evidence. So that market is returning in the direction that you would like to take the position, maybe with some patterns, but at least, as we said, try to use the technique that offers the Joe Napoli. He calls this as a minesweeper entry tactics. Usually it is used for trading the trend direction when you do not have some directional patterns, but you see strong support, you have the daily trend to the upside. I mean, if you trade on a daily intraday basis. So, and you're searching chance when you could take the long position. So currently, this background has been formed. Theoretically, market could move slightly higher. At least we could say that on the daily chart we have this hammer type of action. And until it will be valid, the short-term bullish setup also will be valid. So only if market will reverse down, taking out with these lows, that could be in the downward continuation. At the same time, as we said many times already, we repeat that our view stands not very positive for euro currency in the medium-term perspective. We think that this is temporal event, and euro currency shows the pullback. Geopolitical situation stands tough. In recent times, there's more rumors exist that it might be some escalation, especially in the western Ukraine. These rumors are different, but they have approximately the same background, that many Eastern Europe countries have some views upon western territories that they thought historical territories of these countries. For example, it's Hungary, Poland, and really big chances exist that it might be some escalation in the Western Europe, in the Western Ukraine, until the end of the April. So since this is not doesn't contradict to overall geopolitical targets of the United States, for example, we do not see any reasons why we should deny this information and think that it is impossible. So this is what we really worry about, and that might be another bearish factor for the euro currency. This could happen relatively soon. Anyway, even existing of these rumors, we do not know. This may be some just unchecked information, it's unconfirmed information. But even existing of this, and all investors know about that, and actually that keep tension and keep euro under pressure. Besides, as we said recently, 10-year yield in the United States keep going higher, and today again you could see that market already hits the 2.4%. So another upward action has happened recently, despite that market overbought. On the daily and weekly chart, interest rates are going high. So interest rates is financial market, and it very rare happens when they climb deeply into overbought or oversold area. It means that some serious background and solid demand stands behind the asset. In the current circumstances, as interest rates are rising, it means that not demand but supply. So selling pressure exists on the treasury bonds, and as you can see, interest rates are rising. So this is long-term headwind for performance of the euro currency, because it makes more attractive assets in the dollars, as they provide greater interest rate return. So that's another reason why we think that hardly we will get some very extended upward direction on the euro. Now let's take a look what we could do today. So yes, we have the reaction from the support that we have discussed. On the 4-hour time frame chart, we have the support line. Here is minor grabber has been formed. Well, but I do not know how better to treat this, as well, it very often happens that this kind of grabbers might not work, especially on the intraday charts. But anyway, we should take it into consideration. These grabbers just drop below these lows. It means that this setup that we see currently, short-term bullish setup, should be erased by the price action. So for trading in the current circumstances, speaking about this, if upward action keep going higher, in this case we could watching for this ABCD pattern. Next target will be, as we discussed, around 12.14. So maybe market will try to close the gap. But for today trading, we think that currently there's just two options exist. First of all, by taking a look at the hourly chart, just a few words how to explain you how works the minesweeper tactics. So yesterday we said that wait for a pattern, wait at least when the trend will turn bullish, and then try to take position on a retracement. This is actually the core of the Napoli minesweeper tactics. When you see the trend on the daily chart stands bullish, market is turning into retracement, you are fading the intraday bearish trend against existing of the strong support, and once market turns up, shows reaction on this support, hourly trend has turned bullish, so it turns in the same direction as the trend of the higher time frame, you're taking position on the nearest retracement. Perfectly if it also will be the pattern as it stands in our case. So this is, as you can see, minor hand and shoulders. If you will take a look at the 5-minute chart, you clearly should see it. Now you can see that target has been hit, minimum target, it's OP. Overall upward action here looks not really actually bad, and theoretically it might keep going to the XOP target, which is around 1066, 1073, it's right here. So if you have taken position with this, you could move stops to the break even, or even think about the, well, maybe booking some result. Maybe not in the whole position, but at least on the 50%. So it is possible. If you do not have any position, currently you have few options. First is you could wait for some bigger pattern to be formed, because on the 4-hour time frame chart trend also just has turned bullish, and you could apply the same tactics for entry using the 4-hour time frame chart. This is not directly with the Napoli rules because he doesn't use the 4-hour time frame chart, but in general it is possible. From that standpoint, you could wait for another pattern. As you can see, I plot here the neckline, so it might be larger hand and shoulders to be formed. In this case, your chance to entry might be somewhere around the same 110 area, if we will get this shoulder to the downside. Alternatively, you could try to use this butterfly for trading. So it is not necessary to move stops below these areas. Just you could place stops just below this area, because reaction on the OP already has happened here, and market could keep going to the XOP with this butterfly. But the problem with this pattern is that, guys, we have this stuff, which is not very good thing. And if you would like to deal with the butterfly, you should be ready that, well, at least you should be ready that the risk will be a bit higher than usual, and chances that market could erase it still stands significant. If you're a conservative trader, it definitely would be better solution to wait for a bigger pattern, if it will be formed. If not, you're losing nothing. It means just market will drop below it, and we should be ready for reaching the OP around 109.30. Here's the story could be repeated. So that's what we have currently on euro currency. Yes, guys, by the way, concerning the Great British Pound setup that we discussed on last week as well, so we could see pullback here has happened. Market has reached the minimum target of the butterfly reaction, so 127 has been hit, 30% retracement is done. Besides, with the head and shoulders, you could see also A, B, C bottom, OP target has hit pips to pips. So this head and shoulders pattern is done. That's why if you are searching to go long with the cable, probably you should wait for something else, because currently you should not forget about the existence of the XOP target And as we said, if some solid reaction starts, it probably should start from somewhere low standing levels. So just 2 cents on Great British Pound as well.